Hello. Hi. Very happy to see you taking part in our project called 100% Tatarstan. We are talking about various aspects of our life in the Republic. Leaders of public opinion are sharing their perception about their lives, about Tatarstan, about prospects, everything. The same, I guess, with you. I'd like to start, with the saddest things that I see happening around the world, the pandemic, and the conditions that many are faced, including, let's call it, performers and artists. How did you go through that? None of us, the performers, expected this. I don't think we didn't expect that this would go that long. Maybe a month or so, that would have been one thing. I would admit that pandemic was maybe benefited me in the sense that within this period of time I was capable of staying at home and no need to go anywhere. I was working on my album. I was looking for some time to work on the album because otherwise our performance schedule is set for a year ahead and you can't always find some time slot to work on the album. In that sense, this pandemic gave me an opportunity to sit at home to record an album, plenty of songs. It would be published either in September, end of September, beginning of October. 10 songs in Tatar and in Bashkir. Plus, we did write lots of songs in Russian, and each of those albums has 7 songs. Did you manage to prepare and organize everything? Yes, we did that all at home. I have a studio. I am recording this, assembling everything, and we started working on our label, on our artists. I would say that half a year was in our benefit. Look, many performers, when they were unable to go on stage, were trying to do things in social network, singing, dancing, etc. Did you take part in that large concerto? Irada said that up to 500,000 of views, and there were some performances on everyone, beginning with salawat, etc. Of course, I'm quite active internet user in all those networks. So I did organize an online performance. I did entertain people as best as I could, demonstrating my new creativity. I have always been in the network, and I still there. I guess your fans are probably waiting. They're probably saying, why is he not letting the tracks out? I'm waiting for a little bit, and I want to publish all of them at once. Well, how is... let me call myself the man of the world. I can live sometime in Moscow. I'm in Moscow since 2010. And right now, in Kazan, I prepared a place here and spent some 3-4 years here. I was born in Bashkortostan. In that sense, the place where I'm living doesn't matter that much. I'm in my soul, I'm still Bashkir. I was born there, I grew up there, my mother tongue is Bashkir. But when I was living in Bashkortostan, I wanted to learn and sing in Tatar because, well, we are exposed to Tatar singers right now. I'm living in Tatarstan in Kazan. It so happened. So you have a chance to compare things, the way you are treated in Tatarstan, whether you are feeling any help in your creative works, how the promotion is taking place, because performers should be helped, any content. I wouldn't say that they so much to help, but I guess not to create obstacles. Talking about help, especially the ones that are, I guess, beginning. You didn't feel that you are cool. You didn't start earning money from the very beginning. At some stage you were a person possibly who had some challenges finding money for recording, whether you would be capable of becoming successful, etc. Yes, of course. I started doing what I'm doing since my school years. And still, when I was in Bashkortostan, I was beginning to write songs. I didn't know how to open doors to the studio. For me, that amount of money was quite large. Even though many of our subscribers are telling, hey, you've come from the well-off family. Indeed, people are asking me, how did he start a regular family? Mom and dad both are working in construction. Unfortunately, our dad is not with us, but I brought my mom with me. She's with me. She's living in Kazan here. Back then, we even loaned the computer. My mom did some 5 years, taking a loan, and then you had to, I guess, take care of the family, feeding me, and I have a sister. We lived in Chernikovka. That's a district of one of the peripheral districts of Ufa. So it all started with me being able to convince my mom to rent a computer. I started working on it, learning how to write music, and know people to hint. That was the early stages of the internet, so I was looking on the internet, was buying books and learning on books how to write music on the computer. You might remember libraries were selling books. Now it's the situation that almost anyone can sit down and write music. All you need is a notebook, some software, and that's it. What's your secret? Maybe hard work. That's probably the main ingredient. The talent alone is not enough, I would guess. I know very talented people that were sitting and waiting for something, but they are very talented. They have both the voice, but they just don't like working hard. Not necessarily. Maybe they are just not seeing good reception. Well, I faced that too. When I was bringing in songs, and they were saying that once you become star, come back. And now it changed. And so I got, okay, so I need to work. I was exploring different avenues then. I started working in the producing center, started finding clients, making music, but I learned everything at the computer that my mom bought as on a loan. In the 10th grade, I was making various music and preparing, and I started having clients. I started understanding what actually goes into making albums. You probably got some experience. Then I got to the radio. So I started writing albums and getting videos on my own, with my own money that I was accumulating pieces. I remember I had a video clip worth of 70,000 rubles. I didn't have much money. I had a credit card. I got 20,000 out of there and got elements. Then I returned the money. So I started doing little pieces, started demonstrating, and that's how the recognition started growing. If I would have sat on the weight, that wouldn't come by itself. There was this desire to become an artist. I was just sleeping and dreaming myself performing on stage. I was so much into music that I was skipping school sometimes. Did you pass standardized test, or was it before you? I managed to finish before standardized test, and that before it was introduced, just a year after. Also lucky. Well, you're going into business, creating your own label. Is that to support others, to earn, to develop your abilities in another world? First of all, I would like to help talented young guys, because there are plenty of those. Many write music. When I was beginning, I was not even thinking how to earn. I was always thinking about how can I make sure that there will be viewers and listeners to my music. And in that sense, I'm ready to share my experience to the artists of our label. There are plenty of them. Some are successful, some are just beginning. To share it, that would be pleasant if our artists will become really famous. In that sense, you are like a director for them, advising about the sound, about, yes, we are covering whole of the production of the video, the image, looking at the performer, saying that this is how you should look like, this color scheme, creating the image.
We create sound for an artist, and so what we choose the song just to make it more popular. What song to promote? Who is your audience? My audience is, I believe it's very big. I have a very big audience. I have children from 3 years. There are just older people, senior citizens. Statistically, probably my real audience at 20, 35, 40 years. Not teenagers. No, a bit older people, mature, after schoolers. At that time, my fans were girls. Just girls, young girls, yes. Internet, we don't have that much internet. I got the bags of letters from the girls. The Russian Post was delivering them to me. But now we have internet, and you have my first album was on the cassette. Do you have it? Yes, I have them. My listeners were just young boys and girls, younger than me, and I have a lot of them. And then I thought, how could I involve the adult audience? That was interesting, because I started singing more serious songs, just romantic songs. I wrote it, and I got the audience much older, and I said, "Wow, how could I do it?" And then I was invited to more serious concerts. I was maybe 18, 19 years old, and all of a sudden I got adult audience. And then I thought, how could I get bigger audience? And I started writing songs about my friends, about this, let's put it this way, serious love. And I started feeling niche from 18 and plus. So I had either older people or teenagers and nothing in between. Then my age started coming. And then I started thinking, how can I get... My main audience was girls, females, no boys. no boys. And I started just writing songs, of course, but with some kind of more attractive for boys. And now we have from 3 to 80, just the whole, they're like real ladies with the shawls and just all generations. Tatneft it was big. For artists, of course, it's a joy. It's happiness when you can collect. I cannot just describe it. It just. I was told that people you are coming back from the concert in the buses and discussing. It was my dream. It was a dream. Yes, of course. And the Tatneft Arena Stadium, 10,000 people singing your songs. You understand that you just have to thank God and your spectators. It was so good, so cool. What attracts you in Tatarstan? Why do you live here? Tatarstan? Well, why I have chosen Tatarstan, for me, it is a very good location. Very good place to live. Because Bashkortostan is right here, and Moscow is. I very often go to Bashkortostan, I go to Moscow, and Kazan is just a perfect place to be. If I lived in Ufa, I often go there, I often live there, and I lived 20 years there. It would be more difficult to get. But in Kazan, it's right in the middle between Bashkortostan and Moscow. I moved here after Moscow. When I came here, and I just looked around, and I saw this, look, beautiful city. I love Kazan. So different, no different from Moscow. We have the city is developing just beautifully. And what about people, friends? Yes, I have a lot of friends here. That's my place. I love it. What's your take on? Some people talk about Tatars, Bashkir. Do they? No, mine is no national issue. They say it is Tatarian singing our songs or what? Why do you sing in different languages? You sing in Tatar, you sing in Chuvashki, Ukrainian, Romanian language, Russian songs. Do you want to get more people in your audience, or language is interesting? Because songs are very different. First of all, probably national. First, I was writing songs on Bashkir language, then Tatar, because there's very close nations, close nationalities, the same words, just maybe probably 5 different letters. So you don't make any difference. I can speak both languages. I know people that can say, well, I sing for you all. I mean, I don't make any difference. I'm all for friendship. I sang in Romanian language. It was our project, our label. The guy is just, my producer is Romanian, and he said, would you sing in Romanian? I said, yeah, okay. And then we sang in Ukrainian language. And now I would like to sing on Kazakh language. What shall we do just to put you on a global stage? Just give me a little time. Just give me a little time. Just give me time. Give me time. And yes, give me time to go to World Champs. We'll work on this, and you will hear our new song. They are unusual songs. There are very unusual songs, and my best song, I think, is the Black-Eyed Girl. There is a in YouTube. There is a YouTube video with 120 million hits. I was I was in Thailand, and I just heard suddenly I heard my song and nobody there. I thought it was some Tata group and somewhere. I was my friend. He speaks English, and to Thai girl, and he said, "This is." He said, "The song is in my playlist. It's in Thailand." Can you imagine? Well, I understand Sochi, Turkey. So that means you can do it, and every artist has its unique signature. And if people like it, well, you have to do something else. How do you write songs? How to compose songs? Oh, that's quite differently. Well, the second song which I have my friend came to me and said, you have a line. Oh, that's interesting. We just sat together, and it was piano, and we started doing it very quickly. It just like very quickly we made it. We composed it. Some songs, I have my recorder here, and I just keep it in my pocket, just not to forget. Then I come back home, I switch on my voice recorder and just do it. If I don't have my voice recorder, I probably would have forgotten a lot. Have you ever had a formal musical education? No, never. Anybody trained in singing technique? I tried to do it. Then I played kuray, national Bashkir flute, when I was a kid at school. But to get formal musical education, no, I never had it. Has anybody helped you with the voice? No. I wasn't accepted to musical school. They said I wasn't accepted because my voice wasn't shaped already. My voice is a little hoarse, rough. But that time my voice was more tender. They said your voice will be changing. My voice is still the same, and I'm very happy that they didn't accept me. What about reviews in social net? I love when people criticize me. I love these people who criticize me. So, what was the worst comment you ever had, which you like? No, the bad language, a lot of bad language about me. It's like people who are just sitting on the sofas and they really boost my mood. Please write more bad words about me. Whatever I do, I'm doing wrong. Whatever I do, I'm wrong. They always write. They just hammered me, literally. The profession to attract attention and so plagiarizing. So what is it? It's reality. This is reality, and this is somebody's just like plagiarized somebody. No, we never had it. It all just happened as it is. And a lot of us were just thinking that it's just PR, and then we agreed. No. Everything, whatever happens, it just happens. I'm not that type of a guy. I cannot cheat. I cannot look into a piece of purple's eye and lie. And if we'd never plagiarize. Whatever we do, when we have conflicts or anything, well, yeah, we do have them, yes. I was in the court several times. It's just, no, it really exists. It just happens, yes. I just don't want to talk about it. I was many times through this. What is your personal take on these emotions about it? All my fans and I am so worried and so nervous. It doesn't make me happy. I just want to everything to be fair and as it should be, right? But life is, different thing. Are you a naive person? I can say that I'm gullible. I believe people. I still believe people. Maybe I'm a little smarter now. A poet, an artist must be destitute. But the more money you have, the more you're self-confident. Don't you think that you just getting harder inside? I mean, just you changing inside. Well, I guess I'm okay. Emotionally, I'm the same. I mean, I love writing songs. The heart must be pumping faster just to get the idea, to get the inspiration, to get the emotion. Love, hate, fear, disappointment. Sure thing, all what you said. Everything what you said is in me. I believe emotions are the same. Otherwise, I couldn't have written anything, Glory, popularity, what is it for you? Maybe I just already went through this. Oh, autograph. How do you feel your popularity? I really feel uncomfortable. I really feel uncomfortable. Oh, this is artistly. No. I don't like this recognition. Just a blitz. What will change in Tatarstan in 10 years and in 100 years? People start flying. Big changes, that's something I can say, yeah, serious. Where do you get your energy in Tatarstan? Where you get the energy? I think everywhere. What's yours? Home! I'm home, that's it. Just nobody sees me, I'm just writing songs. What's the power of Tatarstan? People are strong, they're united, and you just... What does Tatarstan lack? I guess you guys have everything here. I just want you to promote more pop music. What do you learn from young people? Well, they have different brains. They're more creative. You're not old yourself. Look, but I don't know even their slang, their language. The school children teach me the way they speak. Maybe I'm just like sitting in my ivory tower and just. What's your main advice to young people? Just work hard. Keep working hard. Never give up. Just know your way. Go straight and believe in your dream. Just you must dream. You have to have a dream. And believe me, dreams come true. You'll have different times in your life. You will be rejected. People will say no to you. But if you just won't do it, go, and you'll get everything. If you were a president, what would be your first decree? Probably I would do everything to develop creative things and just help people to get higher, to get high results in art and everything. Well, thank you very much. It was very good. Thank you. Thank you. It was an interesting interview. Hello, Kazan. I was here not a long time ago, and I would like to share my impressions with you. It's a wonderful place with a lot of people, young people, and I was in the nightclub